All right.
Yes, I do.
ACC football is back. We are coming to you live from our bedrooms alongside Nevada Cullen. I am Nick Anschultz, and we are bringing you today's game between the Syracuse Orange and the 18th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. Both teams had different finishes in 2019. North Carolina finished relatively strong, while Syracuse finished 5-7, 2-6 in the ACC. This will be the fifth season for head coach Dino Babers. Syracuse also returns quarterback Tommy DeVito. This will be his junior season. He started 11 games in 2019. For the Tar Heels, they finished 7-6 overall, 4-4 in the ACC. This will be Mac Brown's second season as head coach. And they are also returning another star quarterback in themselves, and quarterback Sam Howell, ACC Rookie of the Year in 2019, threw for 3,641 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 7 picks in 2019. The Tar Heels offense ranked 12th in total yards in 2019, averaged 33 points a game, and 474 yards per game. For Syracuse, the Orange averaged 28 points a game in 2019. They, as already mentioned, returned Tommy DeVito. They also had an overhaul on their offense and defense. Sterling Gilbert will be calling offense for the Orange. Tony White will be calling defense. The team lost their leading receiver in Tristan Jackson early to the NFL last season. Some names to keep an eye on will be junior Taj Harris, senior Nakeem Johnson, and also the tie-ins Aaron Hackett and Chris Elmore. All right, so Nevada, what's your take as we get ready to kick things off from North Carolina?
I had a rolling chair, so I couldn't resist the urge to slide in. Nick, I'm just ready for some good football today. These are some real good teams. I'm ready to see two great coaches go at it, Dino Babers and Mac Brown. I think it's going to be a great matchup today between two good quarterbacks. Howell, North Carolina, obviously, threw for over 3,600 yards last year. And then Tommy DeVito, last time these two teams faced, came in relief and threw 3 touchdowns. So we're about to get started. Let's head over to the action in Chapel Hill. And share my screen. Oh, hold up. I did that wrong. And here we are. Oh,
all right.
There was already a play.
1st and 10. Here we go. North Carolina sets up at about the 35-yard line. Howell with the empty flex. Drops back. Finds his wide receiver. And let's see as the pile comes on. Couldn't get a number there.
That was 5. That was Daz.
Was that 5? All right.
Yeah, it's Daz.
And as already mentioned, Sam Howell, arguably one of the best quarterbacks last year in the ACC. So this is his first game to start 2020. Definitely a Heisman contender on a lot of the preseason watch lists. Howell drops back and gets sacked by a couple of Syracuse defensive linemen. It looks like it was number 85, 85 for the Orange. Let's see, it looks like that was Courtney Jackson is what I have on my roster. Is that who you have, Nevada?
That's Josh Black, and also Nicole Jones was there on the sack. We talked about them earlier. Oh.
Hal drops back and finds his wide receiver, number 2, and looks like that's going to be De'Ami Brown, the junior wide receiver from Charlotte, North Carolina. It looks like we got a flag down. That's going to be offsides, but the penalty is going to be declined.
That was, I think, on the defense, and then they do, yeah. This is really hard to call. Woo.
Yeah, it's a little hard to call via Zoom.
This is so weird.
All right, Hal back in the shotgun. Running back lined up to the right side. Hands it off. And it looks like it's going to be number Can't get a number. It's a little fuzzy. He's taking it to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 3. It looks like, are they going to mark it a touchdown?
No, a little shy.
A little shy. And it looks like that was the running back, Michael Carter, the senior from Navarre, Florida. As we take a look again on the replay. And it looks about around the 3-yard line where they're going to mark him out. Good run from the senior running back.
I think you're a little behind.
Am I behind?
I don't know, because mine, whenever you're talking, it's like happening after I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I can't tell if I'm getting a good picture, but sometimes it'll start lagging, so maybe that's what it is.
Gotcha. Well, it's okay. It'll still turn out.
Yeah.
Not terrible. Sorry, I'll start trying to bring some color. Oh, there was a penalty? I didn't even notice.
So it looks like there was a penalty. That's what I'm saying. Here's Howell, and incomplete pass. Now, I think we missed the penalty there. So it's 2nd and 20 for the Tar Heels. So far, the Orange.
Oh,
go ahead, Bob.
I was just giving us critique already, because I think we have to try to do it a little like radio, like try to do the time and score every once in a while to just get the habit in, even though it is the TV broadcast.
Right, yeah.
Which is annoying because it's right there, so it's like, why should we have to say it? But
looks like we had a whistle. Looks like they're ready to go now. Snap. Here's Howell. Drops back, scrambles. Gonna fire one. And it is going to be, is it caught?
No.
Incomplete. Incomplete.
That was hard to tell.
Yeah.
Great breakup right there by Melifonwu for Syracuse. His brother Obi played 4 seasons in the NFL after us being a star at Connecticut with the Yukon Huskies, which no longer play in the American Conference. I don't even think they have a football team anymore. I don't even know what's going on there.
Melifonwu is one of those DBs returning for that Syracuse defense. So a good breakup there. So Howell lined up in the shotgun again. Running back lined up to the left side. Howell takes the snap. Looking for his wide receiver, and it looks like it is going to be, can't tell for sure, and that looks like it was a catch. And that was number 1 for the Tar Heels. Is that Joffrey Brown?
That's Joffrey Brown, yep.
Yeah, Joffrey Brown. Redshirt freshman.
Good job on defense by Garrett Williams for Syracuse to keep him in front and prevent any big plays from happening. Oh, looks like we're going for it here on 4th down and 7.
4th and 7 for the Heels. They're keeping the offense out there. Al lines up in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Al looking. Goes over the middle of the field, and he hooks up with his wide receiver. It looks like it's number 5. Let me see if I can get a number on that. That's Daz Newsome, the senior wide receiver, for a big game for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, beautiful play right there. Newsome, really good slot receiver for the Tar Heels. Had a really good performance last time these two teams played, too.
Howell hands it off to his running back, and it looks like that's number 25, Javonte Williams, the junior running back. So far, we've seen the Tar Heels kind of rotate with running backs. Going tempo here, hands off again. And cut down at about the maybe 18, maybe. A lot of shotgun so far for the Tar Heels, too.
Yep. First trip to the red zone for the Tar Heels this season as they're inside the 20 at the 16-yard line, 4 yards away on 3rd and 4.
Here's Hal, motion. And it looks like we may have got a jump from the Syracuse D-line. Hal heads towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for his wide receiver, that was De'Ami Brown. So let's check the flag.
Yeah, it looks like it was an offside. Syracuse looked like they jumped, so that looks like it was a free play for Howell and the Tars.
And that's what it is, offside. So now bring up 3rd and 4 for the Tar Heels.
Yep, you can see he jumped a little bit there. North Carolina offensive line, smart to just let him go by, and Howell smart to look for De'Ami Brown right there in the corner of the end zone.
And that'll be first and 11 for the Tar Heels. Out, empty gun. Fires over, and he's got his man, and it looks like that's going to be a touchdown. That is number 84 for the Tar Heels. That is Garrett Walston, the 6'4" senior. Gets into the end zone for the Tar Heels, and North Carolina strikes first.
No surprise there. Coming in as the number 18 team in the nation, first drive. It's actually a really good start for North Carolina. No rust. As really good balanced drive right there. Some good runs by Michael Carter and Javonte Williams, and to finish it off with a nice touchdown pass.
So here's the extra point, and it splits the uprights. And the Tar Heels strike first, 7-0 on an impressive opening drive to start the season.
I went to commercial.
Okay. That wasn't terrible. I think what's happening is it's just kind of lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little laggy, which was weird. Oh,
Yeah.
There's no point in me actually putting the volume on during the commercials because we're going to obviously be talking and we can hear ourselves. But nobody's going to care. It was really laggy, which was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I mean, it gave me plenty of time to be ready for the.
Yeah. That's weird how it was a little more ahead for you, I guess, on your side.
Yeah.
We'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
Got to get into that rhythm, you know?
It'll be really easy for me to call play-by-play, and then you'll be a little behind, so you'll be – actually, no, that'll be tough too for you. You're in a little bit of a disadvantage, but it's okay. It works. It honestly works better for you to be called play-by-play, and it'll just be a little bit off.
Yeah,
but,
it's just
part
of doing it. It's just part of doing it through Zoom, I guess.
Yeah. This is definitely the most informal broadcast I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Carolina looked good there.
Yeah, that was a good drive by them. Yeah, you did a pretty good job. I said you did a pretty good job. I was going to say, you got Walston pretty quick. I was like, wait, who's 84 on North Carolina?
I know. I have all the rosters for each team. Like North Carolina's on my left side. Syracuse is on my right. So I'm like quickly trying to look and find who's who. As the game goes along, I'll start to memorize the numbers.
Yeah. I'm going to write down. Walston. Down. And then I'm not even going to bother with my drive charts this game. I was thinking maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, I forgot that app or that website that you were talking about too.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up. I'm just like, oh, right. Howell was 5 of 7 with them. Oh, we're back.
So back in North Carolina, Tar Heels ready to kick the ball away to Syracuse, get a chance to see their offense for the first time in 2020. Couldn't get a number on who's returning it for the Orange, and it's going to go in the back of the end zone for a touchback. So as I already mentioned, Nevada, Syracuse finished 5-7 last year. They were 2-6 in the ACC. Did a complete overhaul on both the offense and defense and brought in a new offensive coordinator in Sterling Gilbert, and on the defensive side, brought in Tony White. So this is our first chance to kind of see how the offense is going to look under a new scheme. And the Q's also returned quarterback Tommy DeVito. Q's offense averaged 28 points a game in 2019. Offensive line was a big issue for the Q's as well. They ranked near last in sacks allowed. So here's the first snap. And it looks like it was a handoff to running back at 25 for the Q's. And that was Jawar Jordan, the redshirt freshman We'll go ahead and point out that Syracuse did have two of their top running backs from last year's team opt out on Wednesday, so we'll be seeing a lot of the carries going to Jawar. DeVito throws it to his wide receiver. That's number 3. He's pushed out of bounds. It looks like that was Taj Harris, the junior from Beverly, New Jersey. See a stat there?
Yeah, we both went for it. Oh, mine's lagging now. Uh-oh.
Vito in the shotgun. Drops back. We got a lag. Pass it over the middle. That's caught by his wide receiver, number 14. And let me get a number on that. That is Anthony Queeley, the redshirt sophomore out of Orlando, Florida, on the reception. Here's DeVito. Syracuse going tempo. And that is incomplete. Not sure who he was targeting there. Both teams going tempo here, Nevada.
It's good to see, but that was a bad miscommunication right there by Syracuse.
That was.
But it does happen, especially with this team who's just trying to get their feet planted under them right now.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Here's DeVito, and that is smothered. It looks like it was number 2 for Carolina who came in. We got we got Don Chapman, the defensive back, for the Heels on that tackle, and Orange could go nowhere on that play.
Yeah, and Akeem Johnson slipped, but even if he didn't slip, he got blown up by Chapman right there. That was a great defensive play by the Tars.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Orange. 9:13 remaining in the first quarter. DeVito lines up, running back lined up to the left side. Juggles the snap, looking deep, and did he catch that? And can't tell for sure. I think it was incomplete.
Yes.
The camera's so fuzzy, I can't tell if he catches it or it's incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th and down and 13, and Syracuse will punt to the Tar Heels.
They could try by Taj Harris, ran a good route, but DeVito just led him a little too far on that 3rd down and 13 play.
So punting for Syracuse will be, it's at number 92. Kick is away. Pretty good kick, too. Bear caught at about the 22-23 yard line. So we already talked about Sam Howell, Nevada. Great first drive. 2019 ACC Rookie of the Year. So we'll see what the Tar Heels can do on this second drive. Tempo was one of the big things that we noticed right away on that first drive for North Carolina.
My screen's fuzzy. I wasn't expecting to see such a well-balanced attack from North Carolina right off the bat. You had 76. Sorry, my stats are a little ahead. A lot of passing yards from Sam Howell last drive and a touchdown, but also some good runs too.
Yeah. So here's Howell in the shotgun. And that play is blown up. It looks like – who was the Syracuse defender on that? It looks like it was number 2. And that was Malfonwu. Tough name to pronounce there. 2nd and 5. Howell, quick pass again, and incomplete. A lot of shotgun, as we already mentioned, Nevada. I haven't seen a lot of under center from North Carolina either.
Yeah, that one bounced off the hands of Newsom and then bounced off the hands of De'Ami Brown. So that was a pretty unfortunate pass. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for North Carolina.
8:29 remaining in the first quarter. Looks like we got 2 receivers split out to the left side. Howell takes the snap. Looking over the middle, and it's broken up again. And was it intercepted?
That's picked off by Mikel Jones.
It was intercepted. So a huge defensive play for the Syracuse defense. And they will start out with good field position as they will look to try and tie this game early on here in this first quarter.
That was out of nowhere. That's great positioning by Jones, and as we watched the replay, Howell just kind of looked over the middle, tried to force in a slant to De'Ami Brown, and great job by Melifonwu to break up that pass. And then Jones was just in the right position at the right time for Syracuse, and this is going to be a key drive for them right here with prime field position.
So now let's see what this Syracuse offense can do, led by quarterback Tommy DeVito. 1st and 10. DeVito takes the snap, hands off, and didn't get anything on that one. That was blown up by that Tar Heel defense.
Yeah, it's Storm Duck right there. First of all, fantastic name. Probably my favorite college football name of the season so far. And that's a great job blowing it up. Dalvin Cook just agreed to a 5-year, $63 million extension with the Vikings. Thank you, ESPN.
Breaking news here on the bottom line.
Look at us.
7:51 remaining in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. DeVito lines up, empty flex. Takes the snap. And that's going to be incomplete. Looks like it was intended for his wide receiver. That's going to be number 3, Taj Harris. Good coverage by that Heels defense.
Oh.
Looks like we got
a player
down.
That's Surratt. That's not good for – I think that's Surratt, which that is not good for the Tar Heels.
And Chaz Surratt, that's the graduate linebacker who led the Tar Heels in tackles last year. So definitely not good, as you said, Nevada, for this North Carolina defense.
Yeah, he had a big hit on Taj Harris. Well, he was trying to catch the pass, but we'll go to a commercial break.
Hopefully he could shake that off and get back in the game.
Yeah. It's 7-0. North Carolina leads Syracuse with 8:23 to go in this first quarter. Now, a word from your sponsors.
There you go. Take it to break.
By the way, pro tip, if you have your phone open, like mine's open and charging, and it's giving me the stats, it's telling me the players and who's like who the pass is, who catches the pass, who so that'll help with calling your play-by-play. I know it's not something you'll usually have, but if you want to do that, I've been cheating a little bit.
That's on the
statbroadcast.com, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep that right here then, because that'll help. Yeah, it's like, because it's so fuzzy, it's hard to kind of see the numbers right away.
Yeah. It's probably going to be best for now.
I think it's going pretty good so far, though.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. I'm excited. Woo!
Gotta get that chemistry down.
Yeah. I think if we were watching the game at the same time, it'd be a little easier to get the chemistry down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely weird doing it via Zoom.
Yeah.
It's something that we can say we did, though, when we go to apply for a job.
Yes.
Like our first game for football was doing it via Zoom.
That's so funny. First play-by-play experience over a Zoom call.
That's going to be funny, like 5 years down the road to say that.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'm a play-by-play broadcaster for the Gators. What was your first game? I did it over Zoom. It was North Carolina-Syracuse during Corona.
Yep.
Oh, we're back.
All right. So we are back in North Carolina. And as we mentioned, it was the linebacker Chaz Surratt who was shaking up on the plays on the sideline right now. So hopefully he will be able to get back in the game. Doesn't look anything too serious, Nevada.
No, he's standing up, not smiling, but he looks ready to go.
So 3rd and 10 for the Orange. 7:41 remaining in the first quarter. DeVito takes the snap. Pressure coming. Scrambles, takes off and runs, and it looks like he's going to be brought down just before the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And let's see if that is enough for a first down. Great job by DeVito to avoid the sack and take off and scramble.
Yeah, great move by DeVito, and good job by Hopper for North Carolina to hustle him down.
So it
Looks
is
like it
enough
was
for a
enough for a
first down. So, no, 4th and 1. And Syracuse is staying on the field. Here's the snap. DeVito keeps it, and it looks like he's going to be short of the first down. Huge stand by the North Carolina defense.
Great stop by Tamon Fox right there for North Carolina. So Syracuse is good.
The Orange try and gamble. And it's going to be a huge stand by the Tar Heels defense after a turnover on the previous possession.
Yeah. 4th and 1, you definitely want to take the gamble there, but just the running game is not paying off for Syracuse so far. Nothing's really been effective for their offense. Their defense is the only one that's put them in good field position.
So here's North Carolina set up at the 21, 1st and 10. Howell takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff, and Syracuse eats that up. There are about 4 defenders in there to make the stop. So far, like you said, Nevada, we haven't seen the run game get going for both teams.
Yeah, the attack looked to be a little more off balanced at first for North Carolina, but really it's been the passing game that's been dominant.
So here's Howe, hands off again. And it looks like it's going to be the running back Michael Carter on the carry once again for the Tar Heels. Gets a few yards on the carry. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Tar Heels.
Carter had a 1,000-yard rushing season last year, but struggling to get going so far in 2020. Just the first game, though. Still early.
Yep, early on. So here we go, 3rd and 9. Carter lined up to the right side of Howell. Here's the snap. Howell looking, scrambles. Finds his wide receiver, and it looks like it was going to be number 15 for the Heels. That's Bo Corrales, the wide receiver out of Georgetown, Texas. That's going to bring up 4th down.
So a couple of very lackluster offensive drives for Syracuse and North Carolina, respectively. And they're going to have to punt it away.
Yep. After a quick start by that North Carolina offense, like you said, Nevada couldn't get anything generated there. So now they are forced to punt it away on 4th and 7. High kick. And backing up is the return man. Makes guys miss, and look out. He's got some space to the 45-40, to the 20, 15, 10. He's going to return it all the way, but we have a flag down. It was Nykeem Johnson for Syracuse on the return. But let's check the flag.
Ooh, and that's going to be a personal foul on Syracuse.
So it'll be coming back. A big return for Syracuse that could have tied the game, but a personal foul penalty will back it up and take the points off the board for the Orange.
Ooh, and that was a nasty hit on
the
punter right there. That's Ben Kiernan got rocked for North Carolina. So we'll go to the break. 5:15 left in the first quarter. North Carolina up 7-0. Well, that was. Whew. I couldn't even say the guy's name that made the tackle because he's not even on my. I don't have I have the depth chart, but he's not on the roster because he's on special teams. Sorry, not on the depth chart.
That was a good return though by Johnson. Made some guys miss.
I know. I saw it happening. I'm like, oh, get ready, Nick.
I was like, wait a minute, he's got space.
Nice. It's a good call. Unfortunately, the flag, as there always is.
Yeah, I figured it was probably coming back once I saw that. I was like, oh. We'll probably set up at about around the 15-20 maybe with that personal foul.
29, I think.
29. Couldn't tell exactly where he returned it from.
Well, I think it was at the 17 he returned it, it said.
Okay.
But then the penalty happened on the 44, so it'll go back to the 29.
29. See if they can get something going. Haven't been able to do much.
No. Yeah, Syracuse has – I want to see this. Team stats, here we go.
DeVito's 3 of 6 for 8 yards.
Syracuse has 16 total yards.
God.
North Carolina has 78.
Where do you see the total yards at on this app or on this website?
I went to I clicked on team stats in the stat view. You can go to click on different things.
Oh, okay.
What are they saying right here? I want to see.
So back in Chapel Hill, as we see the penalty that just occurred. Now we're jumping right back in as it's a handoff to the running back. That is number 25, Jawar Jordan, for the Orange. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. DeVito takes the snap. And it's another handoff. Looks like it's going to be to Jordan again. And let's see where they're going to mark it at. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Syracuse coming up.
Yeah, it was a better rush by Jordan right there. Found a hole, but unfortunately got stuffed by North Carolina once he tried to break through the secondary. Good job by the linebacker.
So 3rd and 2 for the Orange.
Carolina.
Got movement. That's going to be a false start on Syracuse.
Yeah, that was Vettorello, the center for Syracuse. They've done quite a few changes on the offensive side of the line. Last season, they flipped Vettorello with Aaron Service, who was the center last year. So they swapped positions. And that greatly improved their offensive line last year. Their sacks per down went way down, and their rushing yards per game went way up. So we'll see if it'll be 3rd and 7, I believe.
Up 3rd and 7. So here's DeVito. Takes the snap. And he is rushed and brought down by a handful of Carolina defenders. Looks like it was number 56 for the Tar Heels that got in there first. That's Billy Ross. Is that who it was you have on your roster at the bottom?
Tamari Fox.
Tamari Fox. I think we have 2 different rosters.
Oops. Oh, well. So a quick 3 and out.
So it'll be 4th down and 13. So, yeah, like you said, Nevada, 3 and out for Syracuse. So here is the punt. Got a lag.
That's real fuzzy right there.
We got a lag. Can't see.
Oh, fair catch.
There we go. Fair catch. So now North Carolina will take the field again here on offense. After struggling to get something going on their last drive. As we mentioned, Nevada, Sam Howell, one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC last year. 2019 ACC Rookie of the Year. Threw for 38 touchdowns. And this was a lethal North Carolina offense that put up a lot of yards.
Yeah, that's 474 yards per game. And really what Howell did is just establish himself as one of the premier freshman quarterbacks in college football. Probably the 2nd best quarterback in all the ACC behind Trevor Lawrence. You have a few names that could probably match him. Derek King had a good performance against UAB 2 nights ago. But Sam Howell looked real good last year, manning this North Carolina offense.
So here's a handoff, and looks like it's going to be number 25 for the Heels, and that is going to be Javonte Williams, the junior from Wallace, North Carolina, with a big carry for the Heels and a first down.
Yeah, great rush right there. Great job by the North Carolina offensive line to create some holes. North Carolina's going to go up-tempo here.
Yep, and the pass is complete. And can't see the number on that one. Did you see the number on that one, Nevada?
It's Corrales.
Corrales.
Yep.
Definitely something we've noticed so far early on in this game. North Carolina going up-tempo, trying to keep Syracuse unbalanced defensively.
Good to see the running game a little active right now.
Howell takes the snap, fires over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And that was intended for Corrales, but broken up. Good coverage by that Syracuse defense.
Yeah, great play right there. Right, number 14 on Syracuse. That's one of the cornerbacks, Garrett Williams. So I'll bring up third down.
So 3rd and 6 for the Tar Heels. Howell in the shotgun, takes the snap. Pressure coming, gets it away, and it looks like that's going to be complete to Corrales, and it's going to be enough for a first down for North Carolina.
Yeah, great awareness by Corrales right there to find the first down marker. He just found a little bit of space. Oh, and a little trip right there by Koba on Syracuse just to give enough room for Corrales to scramble for that first down.
Carolina hands off, and it looks like it's going to be number 25 again for the Tar Heels. That's Williams. And the O-line starting to open up some holes for the Tar Heel offense.
Yeah, Carter was given the ball at the beginning of the game. He's their lead back. But Williams a little bit more involved now.
Hand off to 25 again. That's Williams. North Carolina going up-tempo again, and now it looks like Williams is going to come off. So now we'll see if they sub in their other running back, the senior from Navarre, Florida, Carter. And it looks like they are. Howell going to look for Carter. Carter's got space and brought down at about the 30 or close to the 30-yard line. We'll see.
Nice tackle by Melifonwu right there.
That's one of the things that if you're a coach in Nevada, not a lot of practice time due to the COVID virus. Tackling has to be kind of a worry in this first game.
Yep. So far, both teams doing a pretty good job of bringing down guys. Not a whole lot of big plays yet.
So Howell looks towards the sideline, ready to go. 3rd and 4. Takes a snap. Got plenty of time. Over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And we do have a flag down.
That was going to be a personal foul on Tucker.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, a little bit of hands to the face by the O-line.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a hands to the face for sure. Helmet came flying off. So that will back the Tar Heels up.
They'll go all the way back to the Syracuse 45, but they will get another chance at 3rd down. But now they've been pushed out of field goal range. So
24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tar Heels up 7-0 over Syracuse. So it is 4th and 4.
We'll see if they can get back in. I think they haven't updated the graphic.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can get back in field goal range here.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. 3rd and 4. They didn't update yet. Howell out to Carter. Carter's got some space. Makes a man miss. He's got the first down and a little more. Well, actually, no, he's going to be just short. That's my bad.
Bad graphics. That's not you.
Bad graphics. Looks like he's going to be marked just short. It's going to be 4th and 7. And that'll wind down the end of the first quarter in Chapel Hill. Tar Heels have the early lead, 7-0 as we take a commercial break.
Woo! Well done. Your first quarter of football. Play-by-play.
There it was.
I have to text someone back.
Okay.
My mom is helping me sell a microwave, but I don't want to make content.
Oh, okay. What are some of the things we haven't talked about yet?
Right. So let's see. So it's start of the second quarter. Now, actually, oh my gosh.
You want to do play-by-play?
Do you think you can maybe get the play-by-play for like until I'm back? I need to go
Yeah,
try
that's
to
fine.
help sell my microwave. All right, I will be. I'm taking a quick hiatus. Take
All right,
over
that's
any.
fine.
Keep doing the play-by-play.
Okay.
I'll be back like as soon as I can. I'm gonna be fast.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you got this. It's gonna be an unconventional broadcast.
We're good. We're good. Back in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, site for today's game as we get ready to start the second quarter. What has been a low-scoring game so far. 4th and 7, and the Tar Heels will try a 33-yard field goal. It's on the way, and it is no good. So the Tar Heels miss an opportunity to get 3 on the board. And Syracuse will take over on downs early here in the second. So another break for that Syracuse defense. We see the replay. It looks like he may have just hooked it to the left. Or maybe it went off the crossbar. So a little bit of a lag. We work through the kinks here. Here we go. Vito, hands off to his running back. And it looks like he's going to get about maybe 4 or 5. No fans in the stands today for North Carolina. Something that the athletic director and the chancellor on campus decided on. That's for all sports. Here's DeVito. Throws it out towards the sideline, and it's going to be caught by his wide receiver. That is going to be number 3, Taj Harris, on the reception. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Orange at about the maybe 44-yard line. So here's the snap. DeVito scrambling, being chased by a handful of North Carolina defenders, throws it away. That is going to be incomplete. So good pressure there from the North Carolina front on DeVito. Both teams, as already mentioned, kind of struggling to get into an offensive rhythm. We saw North Carolina go down the field very, very quickly on their first drive of the game. They will put up 7 points. Now we'll see what the Orange can do here early on in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. Vito in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Rolls out. Heaves it deep. And just over his intended target. And that was number 3. Again, that is Harris. Good coverage by the Tar Heel defense. Looks like it was number 29 on the coverage for the Tar Heels. That was Storm Duck, the defensive back. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. 13:59 remaining in the second quarter. There's a snap to DeVito. And he is in trouble, as it looks like there was a couple of North Carolina defenders in there that got him on the sack. I think number 51, Jonathan Adomo, was the one that came in there first. And the offensive line completely overpowered there. Nothing DeVito could do except fall down, and that brings up 4th and long for the Orange and another punting situation. So the ball on the 40, just before the 45-yard line, on the 35-yard line. Here's the punt. And it's dropped, and it looks like the Syracuse jump on it. And they did. Muffed kick. And a costly mistake by the North Carolina special teams. And Syracuse gets another break. It looks like it was number 5 for North Carolina, Daz Newsome, the senior wide receiver, who muffed it. And a handful of Syracuse players were right there to jump on it.
Do you have number 50? 50 was the one who recovered.
Was it 50? I couldn't tell for sure. Yep, it was number 50 for Syracuse.
It starts with a B.
Let's see. It was Aaron Belinsky who recovered it for the Orange. And Syracuse in good position once again early on here in the second quarter. Here's DeVito. And it's going to be a handoff. And I couldn't tell. It looked like it was going to be number 25. It looks like it was Jawar Jordan on the carry. Yes, it was. And the Orange are in the red zone.
Yeah, Syracuse in the red zone. And all they have to think is their defense is special teams. Their offense needs to pick up a little slack here.
Here's a snap. DeVito going to take off and run. DeVito. And looks like he's going to be just shy of the marker. Let's see where they spot it. He may have got that first down, actually. And it looks like, no, they're going to mark it short. Or no, they gave it to him. First down. First and 10. Here is DeVito. Throws it out to his wide receiver. And we got a lag again. I couldn't tell. That was caught. That was number 19 for Syracuse. I may have a different name under that one, Nevada. I don't know. Who do you have on there?
It's Sherrod Johnson.
Sherrod Johnson? Okay. So 2nd and 13. Clock winding down here early in the second quarter. Here's DeVito. Looking for the end zone. He's got a wide open man, and he just overthrew him. And it looks like it was number 19.
That's
Was that Johnson?
again. Yep.
He
Great
had him
route,
wide
too.
open. Just missed him there. Like you said, Nevada, great route.
Yeah, he torched the North Carolina secondary, man. It's Trey Morrison.
So that brings up 3rd and 13 now for the Orange. Missed opportunity there. Vito in the shotgun. Hand off, and nothing there. Maybe got a yard, but he was pushed back by a handful of North Carolina defenders. And it was, again, Jordan on the carry for the Orange there.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen really any of Mackenzie Pierre, the Richard Jr. running back for Syracuse. They've just lost so much in terms of running. They've lost their top 3 rushers from last season. 2 of them opted out. That's Abdul Adams and Jarvian Howard. And then the other one, Mo Neal, who was their leading rusher with 881 rushing yards and 7 scores.
So Syracuse will have to settle for a field goal here, and looks like some confusion as they look towards the sideline. Is it going to be a delay game?
I'm not sure, but yep.
Yeah, delay a game. They couldn't get the snap off in time. So that's going to back them up even further now as they try and attempt this field goal.
It'll be a 37-yarder, so still no problem for Schmidt, who's 34 out of 35 in his career from within 40 yards.
Redshirt junior from Vernon Hills, Illinois. Here, Syracuse lines up.
Trying to finally get on the board.
Kick underway, and it looks like it just may have squeaked in there. Syracuse finally on the board with 3 points. 10:43 remaining in the second quarter. Carolina still on top, 7-3 here in Chapel Hill.
Well done. How was calling it by yourself?
It was a little hard, I'm not going to lie.
It's difficult, yeah.
It was. Yeah, you're talking a lot more, for sure. And I'm trying to find numbers. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I have this right number or not.
Yeah. That'll be fun to go back for me to watch and be like,
yeah.
It's so hard. It's just fun to laugh at. I did it once for a baseball game that Harrison and I were doing, and he had to go record for TV. And I was calling by myself, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm talking so much. I don't know how to fill this time.
Yeah. And then your throat starts getting dry.
Oh, yeah. You're just like, I need some water.
Yeah, need some water.
Speaking of.
It's Iowa State game, 0-0, playing Louisiana.
Yeah, I think all teams are actually looking a little rusty. North Carolina just started so well.
That was a good drive by Syracuse. They just missed that opportunity there in the corner of the end zone. Pass just overthrown.
Yeah, that one's got to be caught by Johnson.
Yeah.
This could end up being a good game, which sucks if I have to leave but I think North Carolina will settle. The Syracuse offense just is like, no, there's nothing.
Yeah, you could tell they're a little rusty with that kind of getting into a new offensive system like that.
Yeah.
They can't get anything going with the run.
Yeah, Jawar Jordan doesn't look effective, and that makes me worried about their other running back. But the 2 of them opted out. That's so tough to deal with.
I know.
And their O-line looks fine. Nothing terrible. So I'm sure it's gotten better. But
yeah, not too many penalties either.
DeVito's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, both teams have made a couple mistakes, but it's going to happen with just being so early in the season.
Yeah.
But that was actually a terrible mistake by the guy who made the penalty on the punt return, because that was a touchdown.
Oh, no,
they've had walk on the punter.
They've had opportunities. They could easily be at 14-7 right now. Yeah. Back in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Look who's in the stands. that Roy?
Yeah, Roy Williams.
The
He went
men's
to my high
basketball
school.
coach.
He took a trip to my high school once to scout out some basketball kids. So if you don't mind, Nick, I'll be taking over play-by-play for the rest of the second quarter. Sorry about we had some microwave stuff to deal with as
That sounds
Syracuse kicks it away. And we'll start this next drive for North Carolina as Newsom's going to take it out of his own end zone. And he'll get stuffed within the 20, and a flag is called. So North Carolina could end up within their own 10. We'll see what the flag is on.
I couldn't tell exactly what the flag may be on here. We'll see what the ref has to say.
That's a block in the back
Block in the
by
back.
the Tar Heels. So that's on Asante. So North Carolina will start this drive within their own 10-yard line, I believe. And we'll see what Sam Howell can do. What do you think of Howell's performance so far, Nick?
Oh, he's done pretty good. Being the opening game, not a lot of practices for a lot of these teams that are kicking off today. I think he looks good. The tempo has been something that I've noticed with North Carolina, as we mentioned back in the first quarter, as something that has caught my attention. But we'll see what they can do here on this drive.
And they'll start at their own 6-yard line. Howell takes a snap, hands off to Williams, and he's brought down just at the line of scrimmage, gain maybe 1 yard by a lot of Syracuse defenders. You can see Kingsley Jonathan holding his hand up. A good defensive play right there.
Yeah, not much. We were just talking about this in Nevada. The running game hasn't been able to really get started for either one of these teams today.
You're right. It's been very ineffective for both teams. So we'll go 2nd and 9. And man in motion, that's Newsom for North Carolina. Clock at 10 now. Here's Howell. Fakes a handoff. Slants to Corrales. Corrales misses a couple defenders, and nice, cool slant and a 18-yard gain for North Carolina.
Yeah, nice route there from Corrales. As we see here on the replay, nearly made a man miss there. But he has been a kind of a go-to guy so far for Sam Howell early on in this game.
Yeah, smart. He's been looking his way a lot. Fakes a handoff here. Looks like an option read, and he'll get nothing. He's stuffed by the stout Syracuse defensive line that has really been bottling up the run.
And we've seen that so far early on in this game. Both defensive lines have been able to get in the backfield a few times. And that time, like you said, Sam Howell nowhere to go as that D-line just overpowered the North Carolina offensive line.
So second and 11 for Sam Howell and the Tar Heels. They lead 7-3 with just over 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Carter's in the backfield now again as Williams will take a seat. And here's a snap. Looks to the screen pass, and that one's just outside the outstretched fingers of Michael Carter. That's incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 11 for the Tar Heels.
And we've seen North Carolina kind of do that a couple times so far in this game where they've tried to throw it out there in the flat looking for Carter. But that time, like you said, just overthrown by Sam Howell.
Both teams struggling on 3rd down today. Carolina has 2 of 6, and Syracuse only has 1 of 6 on their 3rd down conversions. Busy day for the punters.
No doubt about that.
All right, so Howell takes the snap on 3rd and 11, looks downfield, scrambles to his right, and he'll run it, trying to get to the first down, and just a little bit short, steps out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Tar Heels, and they'll have to punt it away.
Good awareness there by Sam Howell. Didn't see anything downfield, took off and ran, and he's shown he could also run along with throwing. He had a couple touchdowns last year on the ground, but as you see, just short of that first down marker here on the replay.
Yeah, he's a very smart quarterback, but a great play by Mikel Jones right there for Syracuse just to force Howell out of bounds and get possession back. This Syracuse defense is really doing all they can.
They've made some big plays so far.
Agreed. So 4th and 2, and North Carolina will punt it away. Ooh, trying to go over the top there. And that'll be a short return right there for, as I try to find punt returner, Nykeem Johnson for Syracuse. So Syracuse gets the ball back after they failed to capitalize on the previous mistake for North Carolina, and then North Carolina could not
capitalize on this possession as we'll take a quick commercial break with 8:02 left in the second quarter. North Carolina leads 7-3.
Good job, man.
Man, thank you.
That was good. That was a good job. Good series.
I've been looking on my phone, so it helps to know who's the one that's going to be receiving the pass.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking at. I was looking at these stats real quick before we come back.
Yeah. I bet you're like, how does he know it's Corrales? He just caught the pass. Or he hasn't even caught the pass yet.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, dang, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at my phone.
Gosh, DeVito is 5 of 11 for 13 yards.
It's terrible.
Sam Howell's not doing too bad. He's got 1 touchdown, a pick, but he's 12 of 18 for 122 yards.
Yeah. Both teams just not converting on third down. Because North Carolina's been able to pass the ball well. And even they've been able to rush. Williams has rushed the ball all right. But they're just not – neither team is really converting. They've both been ice cold since the first drive.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Syracuse. They just can't get anything going. They've been close. Like you said, they were in the red zone on their last drive and had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah. And just to have 4th and 1 within your own, like, they were too close to try a field goal there. 4th and 1, like, they were in their – that was the other drive where they tried to go for it, and then they couldn't get it. I'm like, you got to get that.
Yeah.
Like, you got to – I don't know whether that's the – I think it's the running back just don't look great for Syracuse at all.
Yeah, no, they really don't.
I mean, Jordan has 6 rushes and 12 yards. That's 2 yards a rush. That's not going to get the job done.
It could have something to do with that line, too.
Mm-hmm.
Not opening up the holes.
Yeah. Because you said they still lost. Well, I just think losing 2 of these running backs also don't have a lot of reps.
Yeah.
Because they just lost Abdul Adams and Jarvian Howard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll go back in a second once they come back. All right, and we're back in Chapel Hill with North Carolina up 7-3, but Syracuse has the ball in the second quarter, and we'll get going, and a false start is called as the offensive line jumped. And Syracuse is really struggling here with just a new offensive coordinator like you were talking about, Nick, and also losing 2 running backs to opting out right before the season started. They expected to have Abdul Adams and Jarvian Howard, which was part of that successful running back committee last year, led by Mo Neal, who graduated. So losing their top 3 rushers, what does that do to a team, Nick?
And you also have to think not only losing their top 2 rushers, that's huge, but also the limited amount of practices that they've had due to COVID. Not just for Syracuse, but all these teams. I mean, it can play an effect big time. But, yeah, you're right. Losing your top rushers, especially this week when you're trying to implement a game plan, is huge. Because now you have to basically backtrack.
So here we go. 1st and 15. Syracuse will try again. Here's DeVito passing inside on the slant. That's Nykeem Johnson, who will be tackled just shy of the first down by Morrison.
Nice play there. Nice route from Nykeem Johnson.
Looks like Syracuse is going to try to go a little up-tempo. And there is I didn't even see what happened. I looked away for like a split second.
It looked like the game kind of like sped up. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
But I think that was number 85.
That was a pass to Jackson. Jackson. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what's happening.
Yes, we're getting fuzzy now.
Okay, so I have sideline pass to Jackson for 7 yards. Then Jordan rushed up the middle for 1 yard. Then DeVito passed to Harris, but it was incomplete after Surratt hurried the quarterback. So good play by Surratt there. Oh, it's already 4th down.
Yeah, I think it's 4th down. Looks like we're on a lag, though, right now. Try exit, then come back in again.
I'll just reload it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is pretty good, but it's not perfect.
Yeah, well,
right,
you got everybody trying to watch it, too. also.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we got 4th and 2 now. Sorry for the technical difficulties of getting a little fuzzy again. At Syracuse, another short drive. They had the pass to Naheem Johnson for the first down. But they, after that, just a nice quick drive for the North Carolina defense to give their offense the ball back.
Yeah, and third down was something that we've talked about already, Nevada. But it looks like Syracuse is staying on the field, or is that a punting team? I can't tell. I think it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away. So here's Cooney punting it. That'll be Newsome returning for North Carolina. And as he catches it with his own 10, evades a defender, heads up the left side, got some blockers, but has forced out of bounds around the 25-yard line. And that'll be all for the special teams unit as North Carolina sets themselves up with decent field position with 6:37 left in the second quarter.
Nice return there by Newsome. Making a couple guys miss, setting up his team in relatively good field position.
So we'll take a quick commercial break. 7-3 Tar Heels with 6:37 to play in the second quarter. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was a good punt, too. But a good return. Probably around... Yeah, we'll probably have to end this at halftime because I don't know how long halftime is going to be. And I probably just want to eat something before I leave.
Yeah, that's fine, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm just glad you got your first quarter in and a little bit of second quarter, which is good.
Yeah, I definitely wanted both of us to get some play-by-play reps in.
Yep, and we got it. This is just terrible. Like, there's honestly no point in doing this whole game. It's so hard to do.
Yeah, it's a challenge for sure.
After this, you can kind of just kick on the broadcast and sit back and go.
I'll probably find it on my phone since we don't get ACC Network.
Yeah.
And I'll just probably watch it.
You might be able to watch it. I'm watching through the Watch ESPN stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you might be able to go through that. Hal's doing well, but just I don't even know what it is. It's just not.
Yeah, he's missed a couple throws for sure. Some easy throws.
Yeah,
that's going to be expected, being that it's the first game. Kind of got some rust.
The Syracuse defense looks pretty good, to be honest.
They do, yeah. They're bringing some pressure.
I think it's good they have Williams back.
Mm-hmm.
McKinley Williams, and then Josh Black. I've seen him already. Mikel Jones and actually Mikel Jones is the name I've seen the most. It's been good. Oh, we're back. And welcome back to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, as the Tar Heels lead the Syracuse Orange 7-3 with 6:37 to play. And after the punt return by Newsome, Sam Howell will try to get his Tar Heels in the end zone again. Oh, and there's a pass out wide. That's Brown, and that'll be a gain of 5 or 6. So second down, Tar Heels.
And that's something, Nevada, that we've seen a lot of from North Carolina. A lot of quick, short passes. We haven't seen a lot down the field, actually, from either team. So we'll see if that keeps going.
So second and 4, handoff to Carter, and he is stuffed by Syracuse. That's a nice play by number 8, who is not on my roster.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure. It looks like number 9 for Syracuse was in there, though.
That's Kingsley Jonathan.
Yeah. But again, that running game, struggling to get going.
Mm-hmm. We'll try again on third down for the Tar Heels. Yeah, struggling on third down are both teams. 2 of 7. Carter still in the backfield for North Carolina. There's the pass from Howell, a nice little screen pass. This one's complete, and he gets the first down and a little bit more, almost to the 40. Nice play.
That was a great open field tackle by the linebacker for Syracuse. That was Ken Arku, the sophomore.
Yes. Smart play. So here's first down
5:14 left in the second. Hands off to Carter. Carter to the right. He's trying to look for a hole, and he gets the first down and more. That's a nice 20-yard gain by Michael Carter for the Tar Heels.
Big run there from Carter. Great job of North Carolina doing some blocking downfield, able to open up some holes. Carter really becoming a factor for the Tar Heels offense here on this drive.
That's the biggest run of the day so far for Michael Carter. And a timeout is called by what I can only assume to be Syracuse after that nice run for North Carolina. Oh, actually, it's going to be an injury timeout, the one we were just talking about.
Yeah, 31.
That's Jeff Canton, our Q, who was shaken up on the play. We'll take a quick injury timeout with less than 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 7-3 North Carolina. Is it less than 5 minutes? My clock says 6:37, but I really think it's less than 5 minutes.
It looked like it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 5:50 or 5:40 maybe, around in there.
Okay. Well, my clock says 6:37 on, like, my stats, but I don't think that's right. At least I thought it was. Oh, maybe the injury will reset the timeout.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right. Yeah, because I have to leave in a little more than an hour. I don't know how long halftime's going to take. Yeah, because also it won't be halftime till after 1:30.
Yeah, depending on how this half finishes out, too.
Yeah, I say we just call it, and there's no point in doing it anymore. We each got a quarter in.
That's fine.
It's been fun, though. I like working with you. It's good.
Yeah, man, it's been fun.
We'll get the chemistry down once we actually get to do it in person.
Yeah, it's hard over Zoom and like online.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, should go on right there.
Hopefully we'll get to do a live football game. I got one in person, like at high school maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I would like to do that.
Mike, can you make that happen?
Can I make that happen?
No, I was talking to Mike because Mike's probably watching this.
He's not watching. Oh, yeah, he will be.
Yeah. Mike, let us do one game.
I felt bad for Mike because he said he tested positive, which I had a feeling he would.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. Well, Will actually had it.
Yeah, we were there when.
Oh, you were there?
That night, yeah. Friday night.
Wait, so you came in contact with Will and you're still fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, both Chase and I were there.
Dang.
So, but I
that was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. It's kind of how we're going.
And welcome back to Chapel Hill. Some ACC football coming up later. Austin Peay against Pitt, and then Western Kentucky against Louisville for the primetime game. We'll go 1st and 10, Tar Heels from the Syracuse 45. Howell takes a snap, looks to his left, looks down the middle, fires right, and that's a complete pass to Joffrey Brown. That'll be just shy of the first down. Joffrey, the brother of De'Ami Brown, and he's a redshirt freshman. So his first season of competition for the Tar Heels. So 2nd and 3 now. And Williams in the backfield for North Carolina. He tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he can't as he loses a few yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It looks like North Carolina going to that subbing with their running backs again. Javonte Williams back in, as you mentioned, Nevada.
So actually 3rd and 2, he actually gained a yard on that play. My stats were a little bit ahead. He's going to lose yards on the next play. I think Syracuse is going to stop him right here. Tony Romo. And here's the handoff to Williams. And he is met in the backfield by the Syracuse defensive line. What a stop right there by Chris Collins. That's wrong team. Steve Linton, the linebacker, who just blitzed through the hole and blew up that run.
Yeah, as you said, Nevada, he came right through that hole. Nobody was there to block him and blew up that play.
Again, Syracuse defense really just coming in clutch.
Yeah, they've made some big stands so far in this first half, keeping their team in the game for sure.
So Kiernan back to punt for North Carolina. Really good field position to try to pin back Syracuse. Here's a little short punt, and that one is fair caught by Nakeem Johnson. And Syracuse will start their next drive at their own 10-yard line. Here's your ACC scoreboard. Miami won Thursday night, 31-14, after a close game with UAB. It was 17-14 at one point, but Derek King was able to extend his streak of 16 straight games with a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown.
Yeah, really, really good quarterback that Miami got this offseason in Derek King. So it'll be interesting to see how he does down there in Miami. Also interested to see how Florida State looks, Nevada. New coach in there, Mike Norvell.
That game's coming up at 3:30, so that'll be Georgia Tech, Florida State later. DeVito takes the snap, first down and 10 for Syracuse, and he hits his man over the middle. That's number 14. I really should be looking at him. That's Quayle.
Yeah, Quayle.
Good call.
Red shirt
so here we go. Another first down, another passing attempt. Oh, what a trick play right there by Syracuse. That was Jawar Jordan, who was way back in the backfield, and that was a backwards pass from – he was lined up as his own 10. So he was lined up about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. What a smart play by Syracuse to gain 8 yards. It's a 2nd and 2, and there's another quick screen pass, and that one is Harris, who gets the first down. Look at the Syracuse offense now pulling some plays out of their bag of tricks.
Yeah, they are moving the ball right now, Nevada. There's no doubt about that. Just a little over 2 minutes left. Let's see what they can do here.
Going up tempo. Here's DeVito looking back to pass. Uncorks a deep one. That one's to Quilly, but overthrows him just by a few yards. A good DeVito loved to throw that long ball. He actually had the longest pass in terms of air miles for last year with a 53-yard pass. Longest passing touchdown, which was 1 yard longer than Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, who had the second longest passes at 52.
He's thrown a couple of deep balls today, but he keeps just overthrowing these wide receivers. We saw that one in the end zone a couple of drives earlier that the Syracuse could have had.
So here's the handoff to Jordan, trying to get past the line of scrimmage, just barely does. Brought down by North Carolina, and that'll take us just past 2 minutes to play. Forgot there's no 2-minute warning in college football. So we now have 39 for Syracuse. A good drive so far. They've made it a long way. Already 36 yards on only a few plays. But here's 39. And DeVito back to pass. And he's going to run it. And he's going to dive and just maybe get that first down. Where is he going to be spotted? And that's a first down Syracuse. What's a heads-up play right there by DeVito as they're going up-tempo.
Great job there by DeVito. Great awareness.
So first down, DeVito back to pass. Another deep one. This one's the sideline. And that is caught, but out of bounds just barely is Harris.
Wow, what a catch by Harris. Defender draped all over him.
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit of a contact by Storm Duck right there. Got to say his full name.
Storm Duck.
Looks like it might have been enough for a penalty, but just some good hard-nosed defense right there. 1:14 to play, Syracuse. DeVito drops back to pass, and that one is incomplete, attended again for Harris, but good defense by Duck, no flags. So 3rd down and 10 with 1:09 to play, and Syracuse is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think this is a good, smart decision here by Syracuse. Take a timeout, 3rd and 10, draw something up. 7-3. You get the ball to start the second half.
So Syracuse was wanting to run a play, but Coach Dino Babers had a little bit different plan in mind, calls the timeout.
North Carolina leads 7-3. Syracuse is trailing, and they need something here at the end of this first half with 1:09 remaining, 3rd and 10, and they have the ball near midfield trying to extend the drive.
Syracuse has played well in this first half. There's no doubt about that, Nevada. They've come out. Defense has been,
yes.
they've been strong.
So we'll see what their offense can do here, trying to get something going. Only a field goal to show for it, but they've been set up really well. So we take a peek at Syracuse's upcoming schedule. Pitt is their next game, then Georgia Tech, then a bye, then Duke, Liberty, then number 1 Clemson. Close your eyes, fans, for that game. Wake Forest, Boston College, Louisville, NC State, and then finishing at number 10 Notre Dame, who are playing their first season as a part of the ACC conference, which is supposed to just be for this year. But I know some fans will want them to be a part of the ACC for good. But we'll see if that probably won't happen, as a timeout is called by North Carolina. So there's back-to-back timeouts.
It's like we got a chess match going on here between Dino Babers and Mac Brown.
Just a little bit. So let's see if they try to take a look at the North Carolina schedule right here. If my prediction's right. They might not. I was correct.
Oh, you were correct. There we go.
Give us a rundown, Nick.
So they got Boston College. They got Charlotte coming up before Boston College, I should say, next week. Virginia Tech at Florida State. NC State. Not a relatively hard schedule, Nevada, that I'm seeing. I mean, do you see a lot of losses for this North Carolina team? I mean, Miami's going to be tough to end the season. Notre Dame.
I see the toughest game right there is on November 27th, that Notre Dame game.
I mean, I'm thinking in these maybe 1 loss for this Tar Heel squad, maybe 2 at the least.
So now we'll try again here. 1:09 left in the second quarter. 3rd and 10. Syracuse looking to extend the drive. And DeVito is in the shotgun and he drops back, looks downfield, running out of time, and he is sacked by Tamari Fox from North Carolina. And a flag comes out as Fox celebrates.
Let's see what the flag was on here. I couldn't see anything from my view.
Oh, that'll be a hold on Syracuse, so that penalty's declined. So 4th down. What a great stop right there by North Carolina. What a great job by Fox to get the sack.
Huge stand by that North Carolina defense, especially with the half winding down, trying to preserve that lead that you have. Big stop.
Yeah, Cooney's going to have to punt this one away for Syracuse as the 4th and 16 takes them out of position to try to go for it right here and out of field goal range too. So here's Cooney. Normally we wouldn't have to talk so much on a TV broadcast, but there's no crowd noise, so it's really weird to stop talking.
Yeah, looks like the refs were discussing something with Mac Brown there. Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Anyway, 4th and 16, and that is Groves back to receive this one for North Carolina. Newsom is their regular returner, but he did have the one drop earlier. But then he had a better return to make up for it. So here we go. 1:03 left in the second quarter. And that one's punted away. Oh, and that kicker is taken down. That'll be a penalty. We'll see where this kick goes as it goes back out of the end zone for a touchback. Should be running into the kicker as Syracuse will likely get to punt again from a little bit closer.
Yeah, if that's going to be running into the kicker, I don't think it'll be enough for a first down for the Orange.
Let's see the replay on that 88 coming across. Oh, that hit the kicking leg. That could be roughing the kicker.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is here because this could go either way.
Normally, it's just you running into the kicker and it's a 5-yard penalty, but
right. Looks like they may have.
They're sending the offense out, so it looks like they gave him a first down.
Yeah, it is a first down, so that must have been roughing the kicker maybe.
So roughing the kicker. And Syracuse gets another life. Wow.
This has been the story of the first half, Nevada, with Syracuse. They've gotten break after break. Let's see if they can finally punch one in here and take the lead before half.
This is really key. And a delay of game penalty could have been called, but I think that Syracuse was able to call timeout right before. Poor clock management by DeVito right there.
I think it looks like they were able to get that timeout off. See what we got going on here. It all happens in the huddle tonight, 11 p.m. ACC Network, ESPN, streaming live on the Watch ESPN app.
With Mark Richt and EJ Manuel.
Mark Richt.
EJ Manuel.
Was in the SEC for a good amount of time, went to Miami for a couple of years. Now he's on TV.
EJ Manuel, quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles. We didn't like him when he was there, but then went to the Bills and wasn't really much of a factor and got his job taken away by Tyrod Taylor.
That's right. Didn't really have a long-lasting NFL career for sure.
No. Great guy, though.
Yeah.
So, Syracuse trying to make something happen. They need to make something happen. They've been given another life, and now it's 1st and 10 from the North Carolina 36-yard line. DeVito back to pass. That one's caught by Harris, and he makes a couple guys miss, and he's still up. He's still going. He's past the 20 to the 15, finally shoved out of bounds. What a play by Harris to stay up and get his way to the red zone.
Yeah, that was a great play by Harris. Broke a couple tackles, broke about 2 or 3 tackles before finally getting pushed out of bounds and putting Syracuse closer to the end zone here as we wind down the first half.
So 46 seconds left. Syracuse with plenty of time as they're at the 14 of North Carolina. 1st and 10. Here's man in motion. It's Johnson. And DeVito back to pass. He looks Johnson's way. He fires, and that was way high, throwing the ball away. And that'll be 2nd down. 41 seconds left.
Good awareness there by DeVito to throw the ball away. Didn't see anybody downfield. Don't want to make a costly mistake in this situation.
Yes, great awareness right there. So 2nd and 10, 41 seconds left. Chaz Surratt and the Tar Heels defense looking to make a stop. Surratt had 115 tackles last year, 2nd in the ACC. Runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year. Clock winding down. DeVito fakes the handoff, takes it inside, and a little shy of the first down. He'll gain 6 or 7. And clock is winding down. Syracuse is looking to hopefully run a play here before they have to take another timeout. They're only down to 1 timeout.
Looks like they are going to try, like you said, Nevada, to run a play. DeVito's looking to the sideline. Clock is still winding.
I guess they're looking to make this one their last play. And the clock stops. Looks like a timeout's being called by North Carolina, surprisingly. Trying to get their bearings under them and prevent Syracuse from hitting pay dirt.
That was an interesting decision there by the Syracuse offense to let the clock wind down like that. You have 1 timeout, so why not try and snap the ball, give as much time as you can, try and get another play off before having to use that last timeout.
They definitely want a touchdown right here if this is proving anything. But now they have their timeout in their back pocket in case there's a sack. So that way they'll be able to kick a nice chip shot field goal for Schmidt. Who do you think Syracuse needs to go to here?
I mean, it looks like the passing has been working, but they've also been able to do some damage on the ground on this drive as well. We've seen the DeVito keep it a couple times, get about 6 or 7 yards. I think you definitely need to go pass here. Obviously, 13 seconds. If you want to try and get another play off, maybe look towards the sideline. Like you said, you have that 1 timeout in your back pocket that you can use.
I haven't seen a lot of Aaron Hackett today, the tight end for Syracuse. Maybe DeVito will try to go his way while they're in the red zone looking for a big target.
So Syracuse goes 5 wide. Looking to make something happen with 13 seconds left, trying to find the end zone. 3rd and 4. Here's DeVito. And he's hurried by 12. And he rushes towards and he's pushed out of bounds by Surratt, and he loses yardage, but stops the clock. But that'll be 4th down, so Syracuse either will go for it and try to score the touchdown, or they'll likely have to kick a field goal right here.
That's great coverage by that North Carolina defense. As you said, it was 5 wide. DeVito just had nowhere to go. He just had to get out of bounds. It looks like they are going to try a field goal.
So Schmidt, who's 35 out of 36 now in his career from inside of 40 yards, now has a chance at a 29-yarder. 4th and 7 seconds left. Syracuse trails by 3. Kicked by Schmidt is wide right. Schmidt, his only second missed field goal from inside 40 yards of his career, comes at the worst time possible for Syracuse, who has not been able to get on the board and could not convert the field goal.
Another missed opportunity for the Orange. And he may have got away with one there. And Schmidt hit the ground. No call, though.
Didn't look like a ton of contact, though. Looked like Schmidt tried to make a little bit out of nothing.
Maybe a little bit of an acting job.
From within 30. That could be his. That Schmidt's definitely he's not very happy about that. 3 seconds left. North Carolina's going to kneel the ball, and we'll go to halftime with 7-3 lead. Penalty is actually called. A false start on North Carolina, so they couldn't even kneel out before the half without a penalty.
You don't see
just
that
goes to show you. It's just a sign of the offenses today have been kind of lackluster. 1 touchdown today, and that was to the tight end, Garrett Walston, as Sam Howell will go to the half, 15 of 21 with 142 yards passing and a touchdown. Add a few rushing yards onto the end of that. As a very uneventful half in Chapel Hill to get the North Carolina and Syracuse's season started in the ACC. 7-3 Tar Heels. And that'll be enough for this broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Nevada Cullen alongside Nick Anschultz. And we'll see you next time on the worst way to broadcast a sporting event.
Hey, I think it was pretty good, to be honest.